That's a swamp hook. Now, the real question is, can we use this material to make one? Let's go find out.
We're starting with 2 pieces of 5/8 inch square stock that are going to become our chain hook and our log hook. The first thing we need to do is upset the ends. Only about the last couple inches of the steel are brought up to forging temperature. And by hammering on the colder end, we force the hot steel back into itself and build more mass at the tip. Once we've got enough material built up, we forge it flat on 2 sides so it spreads out wider without getting thinner than the parent material. From here, we punch an eye through the steel, drift it out to final size, and then use that drift like a mandrel to forge everything back into shape so the eye is clean, symmetrical, and strong enough for our hammerlock links. This is 1/2 inch round stock for the hammerlock links. Now, this is basically the exact same process we used on the larger hook eyes, so we're not going to bore you by breaking down every single step. The big difference here is that this is much smaller stock, which means it's a lot less forgiving if you try to stretch it out or drift it too cold. Do that and there's a pretty good chance you're going to crack it. These hammerlock links are what are ultimately going to connect the chain hook and the log hook together to become the swamp hook. Now, I normally don't leave full forging sequences in my videos, but I'm going to make an exception for this. Even while I was doing this, I was kind of impressing myself a little bit, because this entire usable tapered point was forged out in a single heat from 5/8 inch square stock using nothing but a hand hammer. So I'm going to let this footage play out in real time and let that sink in for a minute. The next step is to scroll this over the horn of the anvil. Then we kick that point skyward and hammer on the back side. Once the shape looks right, the last thing left to do is stamp it with our maker's mark. Now, this is the point in the project where we hit something I've never actually made before, the chain hook. And honestly, this thing fought me the entire way. If there's any part of this build I'm not completely happy with, it's this right here. I started with stock that was probably too long, and honestly, maybe even the wrong geometry for the way I wanted this hook to form. The hard part with a chain hook like this is that you're forcing a pretty aggressive bend against the grain of the steel, especially once the material starts getting flattened out. That makes the whole thing a lot less forgiving and a whole lot harder to control cleanly. For the next version, we're probably going to shorten the starting stock up quite a bit and keep more mass in the body of the hook instead of stretching it out so much. Maybe even forge the corners down into more of an octagon shape instead of leaving everything so square. Now, all that being said, we got it done. It works, it functions, and if I had to use this thing tomorrow, it'd absolutely work as a chain hook. It's just not as clean or refined as I want it to be. The last thing left to do is form our actual hammerlock links. We start by forging in the 90-degree bend, forming the integral pin, and then using the scrolling hardy to bend the links around into shape. Once the links are finished, we can start assembling everything together. We're going to install the log hook first, connect the second link to that, and then finally attach the chain hook. And the swamp hook is finished.
question was, can you make a swamp hook out of the material that we had available? And I can absolutely say, yes, you can. Could it be better? Absolutely. And that's what we're going to strive to do on the next one.